Hi, Leslie. Thank you so much for doing this. Are you ready for us to start?
Hi, yeah, I'm ready to go.
How did you get into Chloe Ting workouts?
I originally started in lockdown because I had more free time, but kind of fell off a little bit when I went back to school. But now I'm at uni and I have more free time. I've started up again because I didn't feel like I was as active as I used to be, and I had enough room to do these workouts in my uni house, so it's quite easy and accessible for me to do.
And how do you find it?
As I said, it's quite accessible, so I find it really easy to fit into my schedule now. I'm at uni. I didn't realize there was an online community at first, but since I found that, I found it really helpful seeing kind of what advice other people give, a bit more motivation on days I don't really want to do it. And I've obviously seen the changes in me being more active, so I find it quite helpful. Gives me something to do outside of my studies as well.
I know you just touched upon it, but do you feel a sense of community with the Chloe Ting workouts?
Surprisingly, yeah, I thought originally it would be more commenting, but people are really good at kind of replying to things you put out there and encouraging you because everyone kind of wants everyone to do well, which is really nice. Even this, like obviously you've reached out to me. I wouldn't have thought that when I signed up, but people are quite happy to engage, so it's a really positive environment.
What is it about the Chloe Ting website itself that you think does foster this sense of community?
I think just taking it off of YouTube massively helps because YouTube kind of limits it just to commenting and sort of having a few replies, but the website is structured to form a sense of community. There are different channels for what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for motivation, people post before and after pictures and things like that. Is the way it's kind of structured helps you find what it is that you need from the website, which I find really helpful because you can kind of engage more in a conversation than just leaving a comment and then getting on with your day.
Would you say there is anything that from this online community that you think has transferred into your daily life?
Definitely from a workout perspective, I'm way more active than I probably would be because I get more motivation from everyone else. But also, I think just the realization that a lot of people are quite keen to be part of a community has kind of changed how I approach things. I think just knowing that a lot of people are quite friendly and happy to chat and do want to see the best in each other because the community is based on everyone encouraging each other.
Do you think this structure works for everyone?
I definitely think those who give it a try do find it quite helpful, but I also appreciate that some people turn to clothing workouts because they don't have that much time. So it might not be something they and recognize will be helpful to them. But I think everyone who does give it a go finds that it's really nice to be part of a community, especially when it comes to exercise and sometimes you do need a bit of motivation. It's nice to have that.
I do actually agree with that, as I also have taken part in this over the 2 week span doing these workouts. I have found that it was significantly easier when I was part of the community, talking to you online and like you helping me like stay motivated to keep going. It has felt a lot easier to complete the workouts when obviously sometimes it has been harder. And also I do think you guys hold me accountable for, like, if I'm saying I don't want to do a workout, I think you guys helping that has helped me to keep going. Do you think fitness is part of who you are as a person?
I definitely think it's slowly getting to that point where I feel like it's part of my identity a little bit. The more that I do these workouts, it becomes a bigger part of my day. So it definitely feels like it's becoming part of how I see myself.
What about the Chloe Ting format aids this?
I definitely think the format generally quite helps because you can take things at your own pace. I don't have to rush to do anything. I can kind of fit it in around my life, so it's a lot more sustainable, which has made it be a kind of change that's stayed in my life instead of something I've done for a little while and then given up on. And also the community, obviously, like I've said, has helped because that works as motivation. So it kind of all works together to kind of keep being something that I want to keep doing.
Seen as there are some negative connotations with online workout culture, do you see this at all in the Chloe Ting like website and community?
While my experience has been very positive, I do think some people might fall down that kind of rabbit hole of maybe not having the best experience. But I do think the community of the website is much more of a positive community than that of the YouTube space. I think comments on there are more likely to be negative and people maybe being less supportive and comparing a bit more, whereas the community is genuinely a place where people are mostly looking for encouragement. So I do think it's a lot more positive.
Has your experience led you to encourage others to take part as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've mentioned it to quite a lot of my friends because of the sense of community I've felt. I'm not sure how much my advice has worked in getting more people to join, and it hasn't impacted my experience because I've met so many friends on the community. But I've definitely encouraged other people, and I will continue to do so because I do think it massively helps. And a lot of my friends do complain about kind of not having motivation, which I think the community really helps with.
Thank you so much, Leslie, for doing this for me. I really appreciate it. And also, thank you for helping keep me motivated in the last 2 weeks trying this out. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm really glad I could help. That's what the community's for. I'm really glad I got to meet you, and you definitely helped encourage me as well. So thank you very much for being part of this. I'm going to go do my Chloe Ting workout.